What's up everybody, and welcome into a brand new Pokemon Go PvP video. Today we're featuring some battles from a trainer named Wewe, who actually captured one of those rare Galarian Moltres that are just so hard to find and even harder to catch. This team features an ABA steel approach with Escavalier in the front, that Galarian Moltres, and the Mawile in the back. This is a really fun Mawile as well with an awesome moveset. Let's get into these games. All right, everybody. So our first lead here is a Shadow Alolan Marowak. Very tough lead. We see the swap here into Scizor. Now, these battles are technically in the Halloween Cup, but there's a lot of Great League Pokemon here, and this is a 4-1 set by this trainer, so I think it's a great showcase of that Galarian Moltres. Rocking that very interesting typing, same type as Yveltal. So an X-Scissor here would just be neutral. Night Slash is resisted, but not the bulkiest Pokemon. Wing attacks are piling on a lot of damage here, but the Ancient Power is really what it needs to rely on. A lot of these actually, it gets the boost there at the last second. I was just going to say, all these Galarian birds do have access to a nuke move, as we call it, with the Brave Bird or Close Combat, etc. And they have Ancient Power as well. And since the Ancient Power buff this season, it definitely is a lot stronger. So we see our Escavalier come in here. Getting some energy together is going to be useful. And coming in with the Dragalge here as well. Very interesting back line. We're going to see the Drill Run get fired off here. Great timing there by Wewe to not allow that extra Dragon Tail to come through. First Drill Run gets fired off here, and it looks like a CMP tie. So this definitely will be the Aqua Tail. Do we see a fast swap after this? We might. And we do into that. Oh my goodness, into the Alolan Marowak, but here comes another Drill Run from the Escavalier. Escavalier is a very tricky, very powerful Pokemon in the Open Great League. I think it is actually slept on a bit. Coming in with the Mawile with Fairy Wind, let's go! Mawile Fairy Wind charges up the Iron Head so quickly, resist it or not, that's more than enough to KO. In comes the Dragalge, and that is a good game. Jumping right into the next game, B South is the opponent here. We've got a Zweilous in the lead. Very nice lead for Escavalier here, resisting these Dragon Breaths. Only really needs to fear that Dark Pulse. Coming in with the Nidoqueen, and there was just no answer to Escavalier on this team, and really tough to let Escavalier build up so much energy and then make the switch. So Wewe is just going to stay in here. As you saw on the parry screen, Wewe did reach Legend this season, and one of my favorite things to do after reaching Legend is to play with spicier Pokemon. I think that's exactly what he's doing here, because he's down in like the 2500s, right? He's down in the veteran range now, but he is having a lot of fun with Pokemon like the Mawile and the Galarian Moltres. Now coming in here, it looks like the Scizor is going to come in here. Scizor is actually very good in Ultra League Halloween Cup as well. We knew that it would be coming in because Nidoqueen is going to be so prevalent, and that coverage move of Night Slash is so powerful. Then you have the Bullet Punch for the fairies as well. We knew Scizor was going to be good, but it is really good. Coming in here with the Galarian Moltres against the Scizor yet again. Gonna look for the Ancient Power here, but making the switch into the Mawile. Great play there by Wewe as he catches that resisted Body Slam. And this is even worse. Oh my gosh, look at that Dragon Breath not doing any damage at all because it is triple resisted by that steel and fairy typing. It's so rare to get triple resistance. For example, if you look at a Pokemon like Heatran with a fire and steel, it does triple resist fairy. Game number 3 getting queued up here. If you've enjoyed the Galarian Moltres so far, let me know down in the comments below. Now we see the Umbreon lead, Shiny Breon, and we see the swap into Toxicroak, which is interesting. I'm curious why we don't see a swap into the Moltres yet, because this is actually going to be a CMP tie. 7 counters to the Drill Run for Escavalier, only 6 counters to the Mud Bomb for Toxicroak. So if you stay in there even 1 counter's worth of energy, you're going to reach the CMP tie there. Coming in after taking the shield, coming in with the Galarian Moltres. Could be Sludge Bomb. I think his shield is safe here against the counter user, but we don't see the shield. And look at, Galarian Moltres takes so much damage. Going for the Ancient Power here. Toxicroak might actually survive this, as wild as that sounds, but we're going to show it up anyway. It's now 2 shields to 0 coming in with Mawile. I suspect we see a shield because we need to start to preserve HP. That's one thing, right? If you want to keep shield advantage late in the game, that's a very powerful strategy, but you need HP as well, just in case there's a lot of fast move pressure from a Pokemon Pokemon in the back. Umbreon has a ton of energy, but look, this is really, really rough for the opponent if they bring Umbreon into a Mawile. Great timing there, throwing the 2-turn Fairy Wind versus a 3-turn Snarl, and then the charge attack. Going into a Escavalier, maybe trying to catch, doesn't get it. Umbreon gonna Snarl all the way down, and we still don't know what that third Pokemon is. So we're gonna see the show come up here, probably a Dark Pulse again, or excuse me, Foul Play, which feels really bad, but we do get a full farm down, which is helpful. Let's see what that third Pokemon is. I think it all comes down to that. Mawile against Golbat. You need to land 2 Iron Heads here. The problem is that if Golbat switches out and makes a catch, this game might be over. First Iron Head comes through, overcharges just a little bit, and still catches that Mawile, catches the Golbat with the Mawile Iron Head. A lot of people don't know their Fairy Wind counts, and it didn't pay off for that trainer. Heading into game number 4 here, we only have 5 games of this Galarian Moltres. I'm not super thrilled so far, but it's a really rare Pokemon, and having it in the Great League just lends it to being more glassy, right? We see the Alola Ninetales lead. This is very, very nice for a Escavalier. It does take a lot of damage over time. Oh, but you want to time those charms correctly. They're useful intervals, right? You can either throw on 7 counters or 10 counters. Both of those cases, you clip that charm down by 1 turn, and you don't allow a full charm through. So we do see the Weather Ball coming through from the Alola Ninetales. Do we see a counter down? Boom, got him. It did take a shield, but Escavalier did counter down. Coming in with the Toxicroak again in this team composition, I suspect we get a shield, farm down, and then come in with the Galarian Moltres. Can't get to the second drill run, of course. Coming in with the flying type, and even against a fighter, it's not a very easy matchup. Do we see another Sludge Bomb here? Gonna shield this one up, and it will be the Sludge. Great shield by Weiwei there. Coming in with the Dark type Umbreon. I love this play so much to build up the extra energy, but you gotta switch eventually, and he does get caught. This is a Dark and Flying type, so Foul Play is resisted, my guy. Does not do hardly any damage. Builds to the Brave Bird. We're finally going to get a Brave Bird from the Galarian Moltres. Let's go. Will it connect? And it does. It does about half of Umbreon's health. Coming with the Mawile, and this is still a little bit tricky because we saw the Foul Play last game does some meaningful damage. Can you actually farm down with Fairy Wind? You're going to take probably 2 more Foul Plays at least, which then makes this dangerous against that Toxicroak, because Toxicroak, oh my goodness, throws the Psychic, resisted as well. Coming in with the Toxie now, throwing the Iron Head. I think we see a Play Rough the second time. No, never mind. Oh my goodness, the opposing trainer concedes the match. Last battle of the video, everybody, and we have the dreaded Toxapex lead. Some people said this Pokemon just broke the Halloween Cup, made it unfun. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment, but it is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Coming in with the Sableye now, you're gonna have to watch out for the Foul Play spam. I think that is the main concern here. Iron Head does connect. A lot of trainers expect that power up punch, so running the double nuke moves of Play Rough, Iron Head, very, very nice strategy. Not very effective, but Mawile still loses a big chunk of health. If you want Switch, you need to shield here. It looks like Weiwei is gonna fight for Switch. Sableye is an incredible Pokemon, great typing. It's only weak to Fairy. That's his only weakness, and Mawile just barely defeats that Pokemon, tapping right on that Play Rough. I guess both of these moves are resisted, but Play Rough, they're both stab as well. Oh my goodness, Toxapex. What a beast. What a monster. Gonna come in here with a Drill Run, and Escavalier is actually one of the top counters to Toxapex with the likes of Wormadam and Pokemon like Galarian Stunfisk, but still, Toxapex is formidable. Going here for the Brine, I assume. We'll deal some good chip damage. These poison jabs are heavily resisted. Going for the Drill Run might have been a Charge Move priority event, which is really good. Going for the second Drill Run. It does connect. Toxapex survives. Do you save the shield here, or do you double down on Escavalier? Gonna let this one go. I suspect we see a swap because you're gonna get farmed down. Coming in with the Drapion, Dark and Poison. Sludge Bomb would be very, very damaging here, or we could see Aqua Tail. Sludge again. This Galarian Moltres just keeps getting Sludge. I don't know what's going on here. Gonna go for the Ancient Power. Probably tried to trigger a Charge Root priority, but couldn't quite get it. Does get the shield. Okay. Drapion's really fast though, but this is your last Pokemon. You need to shield, and you need this thing to beat the Toxapex as well. Crunch does get shielded. Defense falls, going for the Brave Bird. I think Brave Bird is definitely going to connect here and KO. Obviously no shields, but can it conquer the Toxapex? Galarian Moltres can't quite pull it off. Oh my goodness, Escavalier. Oh, can't do it either. Toxapex just consumes the rest of the team. Wow. Thank you so much to Weiwei for sending in these awesome battles to watch. If you're still here, let me know down in the comments below what your favorite spicy Pokemon are to run once you hit Legend. And if you haven't hit Legend yet, like me, let me know which Pokemon you want to run. I think that Ultra League Incineroar deserves some play, and we might play it later this season. That being said, that's all for me today. Catch you in the next one.